Hey everybody, some of my thoughts on working. These are just some of my thoughts on working 9 to 5 jobs. Um, with the economy the way it is now, there's a reason these jobs suck. They don't want to pay you what you're worth, or you have to settle and get a job that pays beneath minimum wage now. It's just the economy sucks, and these job markets know it, and they're taking advantage of it. It's just not. It's what it is. But I understand. And this younger generation, this Gen Z, they're quitting jobs left and right. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to them because they feel like the future is going to be whatever they need it to be. Or they're going to make their own. Which, more power to you. That's what you should be thinking. You should be thinking of other ways, other forms that have revenue other than 9 to 5. Because with the way things are going, the prices are not going to change. Things are just going to keep going up and keep jumping up. And that's not going to stop or change anything. So with the way things are going, maybe you do need to go look into having a second source of income. You can't rely on just one source of income. Try to have multiple sources. If you can. If that's for you. I mean, a little DoorDash and Uber, something to get other forms of income in, just in case. Because most of the people in America are check by check. They're doing 9 to 5 jobs, you're check by check. More than likely. If you're not, God bless you. If you can save in this economy, hey, more power to you. I mean, I'm saving. I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do, but try to have multiple streams of revenue. Everybody preaches it on YouTube and they preach it on all social media platforms, but the reality is, you gotta find what works for you. You can't just rely on somebody giving you something or hoping that a 9 to 5 job will give you that raise that you think you you earned. But most companies not going to do that because everything is an incredible height. The prices are outrageous, and we got to stop looking at but work for your parents and grandparents. It's probably not going to work for you now. You got to have another source of income. Killing yourself doing overtime, maybe. It depends on what kind of job you got. Maybe it balances out, but then you're giving up your time for another person that you're never going to get back. Try to find another source of income. These 9 to 5s, it looks like they're just going to keep getting worse and worse for people because people don't want to sit there and put up with it. They're not changing their methods, not changing the practices of the job. And sometimes you don't want to get stuck having to get a second job. And I understand there's people that do. You got to get a second and third job just to make ends meet now. Just to stay above water, it seems, for a lot of people. And the people don't understand that. And they want to sit there and go like, well, you got to work harder. Well, how hard can you work if you got 3 jobs? You're working yourself to the bone. There's only 24 hours in a day. You're working yourself to the bone. You got to have a balanced life. You got to have a balance of social and economic life. You have to have that balance. People don't want to hear that part. People don't want to understand, like, I need that balance in life. All they want to hear is, I want it now. Or I deserve. That's not the way things work. And I know 9 to 5s, everybody, you got to have a job. You got to have something. Something bringing in some form of income. I don't care where you're from or who you are. You do. It's got to bring something in. Now, I know the times are hard, but you have to figure out a way to get yourself in a position to do something that you like doing. Find your niche. Find something that you like doing and go with it. It's not the end of the world. Just find something that you want. Because I know 9 to 5s, the way it's looking, you're going to need, even if you got a good job, you're probably going to need extra. Just because the way savings and making money and the way the dollar has just dropped, took a nosedive. You got to figure out what you need to make and what you need to do for you to be successful. I get it. Everybody's got their own thing. And I know kids and family get involved, and you gotta have time with them. You have to spend time with them. It's not about that's something you need because you gotta build that relationship. But these 9 to 5 jobs, it's not it. And I get it. I'd rather have a 9 to 5 and have another source of income where it's making me some money, something. Or like, I'm blessed that I got a really good job. But not everybody's like that. You might have to be in retail, and retail doesn't pay the best all the time. But you got to figure it out. Retail, working fast food, customer service, I get it. These 9-to-5 jobs is what you can get or what's available to you around your way. And then you're going to need another source of income. So I feel like you might not feel like this is not a good future. Like, it just seems like there's no future for the 9-to-5s. It seems like you're giving your life up for a company to make them money while they give you nothing. And that's what a lot of people are starting to see as this economy starts spiraling into expenses. And then you got the holidays coming up, and maybe you're gonna risk it all, put yourself in a credit card debt or whatever you got to do to get that holiday going for people. But maybe you shouldn't have to. I feel like you shouldn't have to keep doing that. Like, living check to check and you have a good job is weird. Like, it should be a weird feeling for everybody in the country. Living check to check, it should be, the politicians should see that that's a problem. They should see this, but they don't care because their pockets are laced. They don't care about your pockets. You should remember that. That's why this year is kind of important for voting and everything. You got to remember that. But like I said, 9-to-5s, that's just my thoughts on those. I was just thinking, like, a regular 9-to-5 job is not for everybody. All right, later.